guys, Tony Galley here with SGC Couture Fashion, and I wanted to review this dress with you. Many of us sew, right? And once you get a little beyond that beginner stage, you generally, if you sew by pattern, commercial pattern, Big 5, you'll always find your way to 7999. Mccalls, 7999. This is Mccalls, 7999. Now, you might be saying, no, it's not, because it has, you know, this sweetheart collar on the dress, or sweetheart area on the dress. Yes, it is. I did what's called hacking the pattern. And I will talk more about that with folks that are just getting started in their sewing careers and kind of don't know about hacking your commercial pattern to your desired design. So what I simply did was I cut this area out of the pattern, and then I kept the part that I cut. I gave it some seam allowance on this part of the dress as well as this part of the mesh fabric. I gave seam allowance so that I could attach these together. And of course I kept the same collar. However, I took the collar from 6 inches to 3 inches. I felt like the collar was just too long for my personal liking from the pattern. So I just cut it down to 3 inches instead, which made it perfect for me. Then I did the sleeves in this net fabric, the same as this area here. What you do have to be mindful of is when you are hacking patterns, you have to cut the dimensions back to where they were. So the armhole, I had to make it larger for myself so that it would be comfortable, because I had done the hacking here, so I had to make the armhole larger. Now, back here, I don't think this pattern allows for, I don't think it, has a zipper installation, but I installed a zipper anyways. And this is an invisible zipper that I put into this dress. And I extended it all the way up to the neck collar, to the collar area. The collar generally comes sewn all the way around, but I opened my collar up so that I can install the zipper in here. Also down in this area here, I chose to put a godet down here, which flares out as you walk, and it gives you the walking space that you need, because this dress is very bodycon. Also, what I did was, instead of using my measurement that's on the pattern, I cut this 2 sizes smaller so that it would really be snug and hold me very tight, bodycon, hence bodycon. So the dress itself, I cut it two sizes smaller than what I needed it. So I was an extra large, I took it down to a medium, and then in the waist, I took it down to a small so that it would cinch in real tight. Then I flared back out on the hips, back out to a medium. And that gave me the fit that I wanted. I'm gonna insert a picture of me in the dress, or a little small clip of me in the dress, so that you can see what it looks like on me as well, if you have not already. And as far as construction of the garment, this is a vegan leather that I chose to use. I live in Texas, and if you know anything about Texas heat, you're gonna have to finagle if you wanna wear any kind of leather. That's why I chose the netting up at the top and on the sleeves, so that I could have some breathing room while wearing this garment in this time of year. Also, on the interior side of the garment, I'll just go ahead and flip the garment inside out so that you can see the construction of it all. Hold tight. Okay, so now we're on the inside of the dress, which is the construction side of the dress. And anybody that knows of me know that I advocate for well constructed garments, the beauty on the inside as well as what people see on the outside. Because the last thing you want to do is get into taking commission work and you're blasted all over the internet because your construction was below grade level. So, okay, so here what I done was I done single stitching to connect these two pieces, the netting and the vegan leather. Right here in this sweetheart section right here, I put a piece of stay tape. Instead of stay stitching, I put some stay tape right there in that area so that it would support the pulling and tugging in this area because of the bust. And because of this curve right here, it needed the stay tape. It could either be stay tape or stay stitch. I chose stay tape instead. Okay, through the construction up here, I used a serger to connect the collar. I also used my serger to connect all pieces, along with me stitching with a straight stitch, just to give my serging some support. Okay, that's the only reason. So I serged it and then I I straight stitched right inside of the serged threads. That what works for me. You don't have to do that. You could do one or the other and be good, whatever your choice is. This is the zipper that I installed. Also on the sides, I went on and serged the side of the fabric before installing the zipper. I installed with 2 stitches. One set of stitches is right on the outside of the zipper teeth, and then the other stitch is I done with an invisible zipper foot, and it's right next to the zipper teeth, which makes it invisible. Down here, I could have gone on and tucked these tails in for the bottom portion of the zipper, but I didn't cut this zipper at all, so I just left it as is. And then again, all the way down is serged, even down into the godet. Down into the godet is serged as well. Okay, final part is I serged the bottom portion of the dress, then I turned it over by 1/2 inch and I straight stitched the seam down there. And for the sleeves, because this is a net and it won't fray, I just went on and left it as is, making sure to cut away any hanging serging threads or anything like that. I also secured these serges, these serged areas with a straight stitch. All I did was got really close into the serge, which was 1/4 of an inch with my straight stitch machine, and just went on and made sure I sewed that nice and neat. And you have to be very careful when installing sleeves with net, because you can get, your eyes can play tricks on you trying to connect these together, because fishnet and fishnet together, it's hard to see it. So you gotta really be careful, take your time, move slow when connecting fishnet to fishnet. And that's all I have concerning this dress. What I would suggest is, if you want to get into creating some of your own designs with this pattern or any pattern, If you really like a pattern, I would say when they go on sale at Joann's, get 3 or 4 of those same patterns and just hack each one to what you want, and then leave one exactly like it is. So you can have the original, and then you can have ones that you hack to make look differently each time. You could even, you see how this contours in? You can even install a bell at the bottom of this dress and make it a gown. So just go crazy with your creativity. It's your own. You can change out these sleeves and make them puff sleeves, make them real big. I mean, the sewing world is your oyster. So do what you choose. Until next time, this is Stony Godley of SGC Couture Fashions, and thank you for watching. Ciao.